What is that hotel? Easy Hotel in Ipswich. Easily the worst hotel I've ever stayed in my life. This is day 3 of me touring the East Coast. A bit of a detour inland. The weather's turned. All my jackets are in my car. Let's go. The area around that hotel, I didn't walk far last night. I was meant to be going out, but didn't in the end. So when I got food, what a dive. What a dive. I'm fully expecting my car to be on bricks after looking at the car park that I left it in last night. The one-way system in Ipswich, bloody nightmare. It just feels very run down. I don't know if it's just this part of Ipswich or if the rest of the, is it a town, city, I don't know. But yeah, not a great centre at all. One thing I will say, so this is an NCP car park. All of this is an NCP car park. Look at that. Using the app, $4.95 for 24 hours. I've never encountered somewhere, certainly not an NCP, where parking is so cheap. But pulling up here fairly late yesterday did feel a bit sketchy, but actually it looks alright. Southwold, first port of call on day 3 of travelling the East Coast. Never heard of Southwold before, but apparently it is known as Chelsea on Sea. House prices are supposedly really expensive here. Quite a nice place to live. And interestingly, there is a ban on amusement arcades and chain restaurants to keep a sense of independency and uniqueness, I guess, for the area. So I'm going to have a quick look around. It's rained the whole journey, but the sun is starting to peek through, so hopefully it's going to be a sunny day. We'll start with this pier, which is over 600 feet long, and I can see people all the way along. So that's good compared to the pier yesterday where you couldn't get onto any of it. I'm interested to see what's in these buildings, because in the absence of amusement arcades, what is going to be in them? By the absence of chain restaurants, I don't just mean your Frankie's and Benny's and those sort of things. There's no McDonald's, there's no KFC, there's none of those. So driving through the small town, of which is a bit of a nightmare if you've got anything bigger than a go-kart, it's just locally owned restaurants, which is really nice to see. So this is quite a useful map. This is where I was yesterday, and I'm here today. I did intend on visiting, I wanted to visit Orford Ness, but it's actually closed off. You need special permission to get there. There's loads of old military buildings on that bank there. So I've come straight up to Southwold, and from here I'm going to go straight to Lowestoft. But it's just saying, these heaths were created several thousand years ago when it was all forestry, it was all cleared, and farmers brought sheep onto the land, which produced really sandy soil and then allowed heather, etc. to spread. So what's on this pier? It's conveniently got a great little map. And what's the first thing that I saw? An arcade. ChatGPT, you're lying to me. So what have we got? Treasure chest. Open the door, peep in, and you found a fabulous array of gifts and treasures. That screams second-hand shop. Under the pier show. The utterly eccentric world of hand-built arcade machines. That'll be interesting. Wacky wall of mirrors. Okay. Seaweed and salt. A thoughtfully created selection of items for shoppers. Right at the end, there's a water clock. A clock house serving food. Boardwalk serving fresh fish every day as mussels, crab. I'm not a fan of seafood, but at some point I do want to eat some. So let's have a look at the arcade that doesn't exist. £1 per play. Wow. Pretty standard. That's the seafood shop. Standard arcade with kids winning 2p's. Don't want to spend too much time in there because I'll get my money out. Let's have a look at the pier itself. What is this? Rent a dog. Whack a banker. A unique opportunity to discipline the reckless bankers. Is this real? Opens at 10 AM. What time is it? 10:39. This looks weird. Let's have a look. I mean, they are quite possibly the most anti-inviting or least inviting eating areas. Big Brother is watching you. Nothing exists except through human consciousness. Artwork created by pure evil. A chap named Charlie Uzzell Edwards, inspired by George Orwell, who lived here between 1929 and 1935. George Orwell spent time in Southwold as a teenager, plus in his 30s, next door to the fish and chip shop on the High Street. Fascinating. So I was just reading, some of those beach huts, by some, I don't know if that just means one, has sold for 6 figures. What is it with British people or whoever buying beach huts for ridiculous amounts? 6 figures to sit in a wooden hut. More money than sense. Businessmen may pay cash for their honours, and now you can too. I don't have a pound coin on me. Wow, look at the coastline the other side. Maybe some of it, okay, it could be these beach huts that are selling for a bit more. Who knows? Either way, 100k for beach hut, you gotta be bonkers. Ah, this is the Under the Pier show. Let's do it, shall we? Turn the dive lever. What the fuck is this?
Come on a journey to the abyss. We are entering a vast kingdom of hidden wonders. station swimming performed by raw sewage, all part of life's rich tapestry.
You can't see it, but this is moving
Here
as well.
you will find Robert Maxwell floating past on his timeless voyage through the oceans. And here is the last god, pursued by a retinue of scientists and paparazzi. Suddenly, the peace of this tranquil world is disrupted. What lurks inside the container? Yes, another sad cargo of illegal immigrants, tirelessly trudging along the seabed. They are today an essential part of the marine ecosystem. Man has changed parts of the sea.
What is this?
But many fish tire of the bright lights and leave in search of a more tranquil world. And this
Okay, hold on, I'm getting
fish
claustrophobic.
preying on all the inhabitants. Witness this distressing ritual of gas sucking.
I need to come outside for a second, get my bearings. There's loads more in there. I'm going to go on some more, but that was just absolutely bizarre. You having a go?
No, I forgot to pass on that one.
I feel like I should.
I can film me if you like.
Go on then, why not?
Will I just do it?
Yeah, it's already recording, so... have you seen anyone go on this?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Maybe someone injury.
Not a lot happening yet.
This bone of pubic bone is curled up toward your navel. Keeping that posture, let's warm up.
Oh.
This feels bearable.
So far.
That's quite a nice massage in my back. I'm gonna stop it.
Oh, you've had your pound's worth. This is the one you're going to
I
test.
feel a new person.
That was quite good.
Have you seen someone do
I
it?
have, yeah. It's just a question of sort of keeping your hand in there, holding your nerve.
While the wolf is panting.
And what happened?
You don't mind.
You just
Hold the button.
hold the button, and you've got to keep holding the button. Okay.
Oh, it's dribbling.
Yeah, well, you will do. Okay, you've got to keep your hand on it. Oh, you were brave as hell there. You were in after the compensation.
Thank you for. Oh, thank you very much. Doctor. 50p to get a diagnosis. Let's have a look. 50p. Old stethoscope against chest. Right. It's typical doctor's handwriting. Is that it? That is it. The Booth of Truth. Come on then, one more. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. Oh, you probably can't see anything. That's the paranoia. Oh, the curtain shuts itself.
Welcome to the Booth of Truth, home of the psychofluorescent radio mirror.
Oh, it's going to scare me or something, isn't it? What is that?
Our actively tuned wireless optics reflect the wisdom of ancient centuries to bring you a personality profile of unrivaled precision.
Hi, I'm Milton Savoy, creator of the Booth of Truth and discoverer of psychofluorescence. Put your hand in the slot now. As you gaze into the radio mirror, okay, make sure your hand is inside the slot as your reading is about to begin. You are imaginative, sensitive, passionate and selfless. You can also be too idealistic, weak-willed, and easily led. You are generous, faithful and loving, great organizer, but you shouldn't assume you know best.
I always know best. Even when I don't.
Hi. I hope you enjoyed the Booth of Truth. For a limited period only.
I'd also like to...
What the bloody hell is this thing? I've never been in anything like that in my adult life. What an experience. I didn't go on them all. I went on maybe 3 or 4. I've never experienced anything like that. Anyway, I don't know what to say now. With my 2 friends who held the camera. Is this the water clock? It said something about this clock. I don't remember what though. Is it run off water? It looks to. I don't know how though. Maybe the mechanisms at the back. I mean, there's certainly control. I don't know. I mean, the clock's working, but nothing seems to be moving. What is it with people in Britain? They'll never miss the opportunity of throwing money into a bed of water. Seaweed and salt. I think this was like the novelty shop or something, wasn't it? Doesn't look open. Southwold Pier hamper. Picnic basket. Wow, look at the lighthouse. quantum tunneling telescope. Absolutely everything you could possibly want to view through a telescope. Look at this thing. Wow. I mean, what's it gonna... Oh, it does pivot. Can you hear the noise it makes? Okay. I'll leave that alone. I feel like it's a secret ray gun and it's gonna shoot that lighthouse. What a quirky little pier. So this is the wacky walk of mirrors and they're all outside. That's how I normally look, isn't it? That would be a good... Oh my. Okay. So where the camera is, that distorts the view as well. That's my view. Not any mirrors that can make you look hench though, is there? Right, there's one more bit of Southwold that I want to capture. If you are watching this video, I'll say this because I've just paid for parking again. Do me a favour, please drop it a like, or if you're really wanting to help me out, give me a subscribe. Right, let's go and have a look. So I think the place that I want to get to is that place in the distance there, which is about 250 metres away. But I am going to climb these sand dunes. Who doesn't love a bit of a sand dune? You know what I'm going to say about Southwold as well? Bearing in mind of this whole journey that I'm on at the moment, I started in Bournemouth doing a separate video, and then I've driven up the east coast. Southwold smells like the seaside, like more than anywhere that I've been. Gosh, these dunes are steep. Like it's just got the salt in the air, just smells fresh. Look at this. What a beautiful stretch of beach. Wow. There's the pier in the distance where I just was. But I think up there is a little bit of history that I'm keen to capture. There really are some beautiful properties here, but that is not what I'm here to see. There's more beach huts being done up ready for the summer, but that is not what I'm here to see. This is what I'm here to see, and this is Gun Hill. Right, before I get up close and personal to the cannons, just a bit of the history of them. They're believed to date back to the Tudor period, so between 1485 and 1558, some bear the Tudor Rose and Crown. And then it's traditionally believed that they were captured from Bonnie Prince Charlie at the Battle of Culloden in 1746. They were last fired in 1850 when a man was killed by the explosion. And during the 1914 to 1918 war, Southwold was bombed because the Germans considered it a fortified place, and these guns were buried as they were again during the Second World War. So they were actually buried in the sand on the beach and then dug up. And now they are a fantastic sort of piece of British history. Sat here looking out to the east towards Germany. This cannon carriage was rebuilt in 2019, so it's talking about the wooden frame. Typical Britain, isn't it? Someone's stuffed a used can of alcohol down there. It's insane that these were considered defensive weapons. I mean, the chances of you hitting something, getting the right distance and the right aim with one of these is surely small. What's the size of a cannonball? 2 fists? 30 centimetres across? But how interesting that in World War I, because of these, the Germans considered it a fortified area and bombed Southwold. It was saying as well, and in fact let me get back to the plaque because I'll bodge the history with my memory. So it's saying that the Bay of Southwold, the Battle of Sole Bay in 1672, off the coast of Southwold took place. The famous Battle of Sole Bay. There's an artist depiction. Fought between the English and the French allies against the Dutch Republic. The Dutch made their attack on the 27th of May 1672, consisted of 138 ships, including fire ships with a total of 4,202 guns. The Allied fleet had 156 ships, including fire ships, with a total of 4,950 guns. The total number of men involved was somewhere in the region of 50,000. The Dutch had 2 vessels sunk, 1 captured and lost several fire ships. Neither side could claim a victory. Can you imagine nearly 300 ships in the 17th century sailing around firing cannons at one another? I love the coast. I'm scared to death of the ocean. What a way to go to war. So I think there's a coffee shop here, so I'm gonna grab a coffee and then get back to the car. Okay, no coffee. Queue was too slow. I am now on my way, it's about a 30-minute drive, to the most easterly point of the entire UK. So let's get back to my car and let's go.